exactly right. I like
So,
that.
so we just, I love your app. I hope that you come back and revisit us.
Yeah.
Maybe let us help you promote it on
Oh
IBM
yeah,
TV.
we can
Let
put it
us
on
route
IBM
it to your
TV.
IBM
Hey,
TV.
listen, you know the people that need it the most. See, we have a lot of chess players that are on our website.
Hopeless.
Okay, well, like I said, the average viewer is a PhD, and we also have a lot of these chess players. And
Hey,
they
advertise on
would
our
love
chess
to have an
show.
app. They would love
Advertise
to
on our
have an app
chess.
like that, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
because
So,
Then
so,
our chess people, you'll get 1 million to 2 million viewers easy. Because anytime you're doing anything with chess, they all like watch it.
oh yeah,
They're this cult. And granted, I would advertise a dating app to these guys. I really would.
of course, yeah.
if I'd have known, chess has actually been pretty integral in the revolution of dating apps, but
course.
maybe not everyone knows that. But
Right.
they probably are familiar from chess with ELO scoring.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Dr. Alfred Elo, University of Chicago professor, who invented the 4-digit scale using a formula, basically 16 plus or minus 4% of the difference between your rating and somebody else's rating ends up with your ELO score. So here's when you hang around chess players, everybody knows that, right? No one even knows who Alfred Elo is. But
Okay, but ELO scoring is the fundamental foundation with the new wave of data.
Absolutely no question. ELO is actually used today in backgammon. It's used in chess. It's used in table tennis and foosball. So the thing is, the ELO scoring system is used in multiple things besides chess. And I guess it's used in dating too, but I didn't know that they actually.
Matthew.
You know what, Matthew?
Do you play chess?
If you put down, they have a good player there, Nigel Short. But anyway, the thing is, if he puts down dating app using ELO scoring system, all the chess players.
You'd be in.
Because all you have to do is say ELO.
Our viewers would like to know how is Boris Johnson doing?
Oh, who's doing?
Boris Johnson.
Oh, Boris Johnson. Oh, we need to ask Matt. How's your fearless leader, Boris, doing?
So yeah, he's out of hospital. He's back in government now and leading from the front, as it were. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, you got to
donate that plasma now. He can help. He can help. They say plasma's working. So
yeah,
definitely one of the areas they're exploring. Yeah.
Hey, yes. you just talk about dating apps, and Ania shows up.
Plasma.
Right? Hi. Where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
That's what I thought. You're the one from Poland. Or do you actually right now? Do you actually live in Poland? Like right now, you're beaming from Poland?
Yes.
Warsaw, Krakow, or where are you?
Krakow.
Really good, right? And your English is good. How'd that happen?
I just travel a lot, and I work with English people a lot. So maybe this is the clue.
Right. Are you Polish or are you English? Which is it?
I'm Polish.
Really? Okay.
100% Polish.
Well, you have like an English accent, so I'm going, well, she's English, Polish. Okay, so you're really in Poland. Okay, so what do you do there?
So I'm right now with my team. We're doing the wonderful gamification platform for companies. Mm-hmm. So we think that this tool will help companies to engage clients because we believe that each company life is because of the clients, right? So if you want to live and you want to run your company, you need the client. But how today you can engage clients, how you can get them, how you can retain them. Mm-hmm. This is a big clue and, a big job for marketing. So we want to give the companies the tool which will allow them to engage clients, but not only engage, but also entertain and build some emotions. And we do it through the gamification. I don't know, maybe I will explain what the gamification is. Mm-hmm. And the gamification is actually taking the nice things from the games and into the place where they've never been used before. So we can take some part and put it to our marketing or to our education system or to our communication with the clients or with employees, right? Because we can use it in many places.
Mhm.
The gamification right now is used mostly for the communication between the employee and the company, but we see that we can use it now much broader and use it for the communication with the client.
Can you demonstrate this? Do you have a website you can demonstrate?
Yes, we have a website.
Okay.
It will be actually hard to demonstrate because the thing is on the mobile phone. But yes, we can.
Yeah, because the thing is, there's a share screen below that you just press a button. Ankit knows how to press buttons, and all of a sudden, poof, you can share the screen. Except this one, I think, is a little more difficult than other ones. Always good to share screens. I hear something, but I don't see anything yet. If you go to your website, Enia, I was trying to figure out any Polish words that I know, and I was running into little problems there because it's been a while.
Okay. I'm trying to, look at. Okay.
There we go. Is this your creative team?
Yes, this is our team.
Okay.
Quite big at the moment.
Okay.
But yes, so Ariba is the best tool to build your engagement in many ways.
So Matthew was talking about dating, and now you get engaged. Is that what goes on next?
Okay, so we can put it like this. Let's say you found the perfect girl and you want to engage with her, right? Because you think she's the one.
Mm-hmm.
You can use Ariba to make it more fun for her and for you also. Mm-hmm. You can design a game where she has to go from one point to another point and find a clue which are hidden either in reality or in virtual reality. She will finally get to the point where the guy will be waiting for her with the engage ring. So it's funny. She doesn't know what will happen next. And once she gets to the point and figure out all the clues, she will get the ring.
Seriously? Okay, so you go from dating to engagement, right?
Yes, this is something I came up really quickly right now.
Oh, okay, right. Because I was like, it looks good to me. Right.
Okay.
Increase cross sell. Okay. So are these what clients actually engage in, or who do you send this to engage in this?
Okay, so it's done this way that we have the web platform where companies can create nice games or campaigns or field games or contents, and then the actual clients can see this on a mobile phone. Mm-hmm. So there's a mobile application where you can play it, where you gather badges, where you get the points, where you get the stars, where you can actually create some nice content also. Because one thing we did is also not that the company is providing you with some content. Let's say that the company wants to introduce the new product on the market, and they want to do it in a very nice way, so it actually will get to the clients. They design a simple game where they share some knowledge about the product, they put some quiz, they put some other tasks that the player has to do, and once the game is over, they'll get the points, they will have a ranking, so you actually compete with other people, real people, not with the computer, but with real people from all over the place. Mm-hmm. But we also encourage people to create their own content. So let's say that you want to do your company and you're looking for the new marketing campaign, sentence, right? That you want to create something new. And usually the companies do it like this, that they go to the Facebook and do the contest. The person who will give us the best sentence about our new product will win something. But we have a tool which allows you to create this content in a funny and entertaining way, this way that it's also becoming more viral. So you actually putting more life to the sentence you created.
Mm-hmm. All right. So any individual company can create their own game that their employees could engage in or their customers could engage in, correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
And they could win things at the end of the game, right?
Yes, they can win either the real assets, real rewards, or they can win some virtual rewards, so points or badges, whatever the company wants to give to the clients at the end of the campaign.
Okay, and
what kind of clients you have?
Go on, Ankit.
Anna, so what kind of clients you have, or you have integrated gamification on their application somewhere?
Can you repeat the question? Because
what kind of clients you have catering right now?
so our clients were from the entertainment segment of the market, from the touristic one. So we have a partner from Krakow, and we are trying to do funny local trips around the Krakow. And we started cooperation with some restaurants and coffee shops. Unfortunately, due to current situation, some stuffs are, like all on hold. So the market and everything will be running again. We big chance in education, because we think that we might support current situation with Aribo in education as a nice way to learn.
Yeah, but isn't the gaming industry actually increasing now during the coronavirus? Isn't your business moving up?
The regular one, yes, because the regular one is that you actually have a game and you play it on your phone and you have some adverts going on in the background. But the way how we do it, it's something new, because usually companies, if they want to introduce gamification to their marketing, they have to hire a company and they have to build everything from the scratch, right? For their own purpose. So they have to define what kind of game they want to have, what will be the scope of that game, and who will be the receiver of the game, right? And they design it from A to B. It's a long process, and it's quite expensive one. What we did with the platform, where we actually provide some bricks, some elements from which you can take and build your own game, like from the Lego bricks. That's why it's something new for the companies. It's accessible not only for the big companies, but also for the smallest one, which didn't have such a big budget to, actually pay for designing the game, right? And we give also quite elastic tool, because each time you can redesign and just build something new very quickly. You don't have to hire again the developer. You don't need the coding, because this is what we do, and we just give you the next Lego block and you can add it to your campaigns. It's much more easy.
Yeah. So how does your company make money or monetize this gaming application? How do you make money?
We are actually a very early stage, and we just introduced this to the market, and we do it on a SaaS model. So we have subscriptions plans, and depending what your needs are, then you can contact us, and we will help you to choose the best subscription plan, and we will also help you with designing the first.
She disappeared. Can't hear you. Unmute.
Ankit, we were bragging about the fact that I haven't had any problems in
3 weeks, right? Maybe occasional. And today it's been off all day.
It's coming back. It's called the internet. But there you are. You're back again.
Yes, I'm back.
Yeah, right.
Internet.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear more about this because this is a very interesting. Coming from a gaming background, mainly the chess players, which we have. By the way, there's 30 million chess players on chess.com. Now, listen, Anya, you may not know this, but go to chess.com. I know the CEO, the founder. He started it about 10 years ago. They have 30 million chess players, paid chess players on chess.com right now. And any given day, they'll have 70 to 170,000 people playing right now. So the gamers are out there. I definitely know they're out there. But I'm just curious as to how you, since you're the CEO of the company, right?
Yes.
Okay. How you founded this and connecting into the gaming industry. How do you happen to do that?
Well, actually, it happened from the idea of my husband. We were then in Mallorca, running different company in touristic area, and we had a lot of. We always had a lot of ideas, and he came up with one idea for the application. At the first thing, it was something with the coupon, AR, connecting AR with the coupons and things like that. But we started to work on the idea. We started to look for the actual problem we can solve with the application. And we were having a lot of fun. And from AR application, which was supposed to bring some coupons for the clients, we came up with the solution of the gamification because we love to game. We love, the board games, right? Cards, and we know this is very entertaining. We see other people's playing too, and how games engage people. So we started to investigate everything. We started to also talk with the potential client to see if the problem really exists, right? Because we found a problem, we know how to solve it, but does the problem really exist in the environment? So we talk with some people and find out that yes, the problem exists. They looking for the ways how they can solve it. So get it on. Let's start working on it so we can bring it to the table and show to the customers, the potential customers, how this will work. And I have to admit that this is a very funny project for all our team members because we have a lot of fans, fun trying to find new rigs, trying to work on the application so it will be user-friendly, nice looking, easy. The main thing is that it has to be easy, especially for the companies, because they have to create the game. So it has to be really easy because if I will come to you, Nick, for example, and you will want to design a game, you don't know the all mechanics, how they work and how you should make them. So this is our job to make it so easy for you that you can actually say, okay, I want to give 10 stars for this particular task that the player will do. And said, okay, now I want the player to answer some questions and I will give 2 or 3 points for each question, and I will give the time. So it's not so easy. You have time to answer the question. So you're rising the emotions. So this is our job to help you a bit with the creation. Once you do a few campaigns, then you will see how fun it is and how you can manipulate with all those things that we provide to make it more, dynamic, more engaging, to, rise the emotion. And you will see also how many things you can actually do with the application. Although when it first comes, you think, okay, how I can do it in my particular business. But once you see few usage, then you know how to spread it more widely.
So the games are custom designed per each company that sets up the games then, correct?
Yes, they do it themselves. They can introduce their logo and whatever content they want to put in, they can do it themselves. So it actually can be, very flexible. And if you see, you design the game and you can do it the test in a small group, and you see that something is not right, you can fix it almost immediately, right? So it's like you design the game one day, and right once you do the save, you can actually check it on your phone.
Okay, wow.
And
All right.
I mean, it's right here. It's real easy to use. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play with it.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm gonna play with. I mean, come on, it's technology, Nick.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's
that's fun.
technology. Right. The thing is, but do we? You charge?
I can't do the dating app, okay, guys. My
Yeah.
phone won't even let me look up dating apps.
You can
No,
bar,
but I love his dating app. I really, really do. But this, I'm allowed to play with.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the Gaming Act, I can see a big application, especially if employees or customers can win something at the end of the day. Then you have given them incentive to go through these games and hopefully learn something between that time and the time they end the game. I think that.
Well, it's unique. It's
yeah,
unique.
no, it's unique to the company. Yeah.
So explain a few things to me. You have the word Aribo. Is that your company name?
It's a both company name and also the application name.
The application name. And then you have Mirabo.com. Mirabo.
myaribo.com, right?
myaribo.com. Oh, okay. I am horrible with license plates too. Okay? So I will stare at a license plate and then sometimes follow it until I figure it out. So myaribo.com. So explain. All right. So Ariba is the name. So I've done this before because you're a startup, right? And I am not a startup guru, but definitely a serial entrepreneur. So one of the things I would like to recommend if you're still in the newbie part and probably raising money or whatever it is you're doing is to take a look at, okay, you're going to have scalable models. You're going to be changing some things and adding probably new products down the road, or be engaged and maybe partner with somebody. So always be open to having a company name and then different product names, right? And I did this same thing when I came out of retirement to launch my invention. My invention was going to be it. I'm not going to add anything else to it. It's just, so I'm going to make the company name and the invention name, right? And it changed. My invention changed. There's a lot of pivoting going on. I got 5 different products, and I ended up corporate name and then 5 different product lines, and each product is almost like its own company. So, think about that. I think Aribo is cool, but you got so much opportunity with something like this. And I would say, I see where you're at. But I can also already start piecing together some bigger pictures here, and I'm going to play with it. I mean, I can't wait. I know, no, I'm on TV, so I got to interview, right? And my eyes keep going over that way, but I got to stay here. So what are some of the things you see as a scalable model for this?
So first of all, we're starting on the Polish market, right? But it's done in English, and right now we're also preparing the Spanish version, so it can be transferred to other countries and also to other markets, because at the first place where we hit it was tourism and marketing, but there are other markets like events, like
that's what I was thinking. There's so many. Yeah, go ahead.
Like HR, like education, and we have few other markets where we want to scale in the future. So it's we will spread for other countries, but also for other segments of the market.
No, it's definitely got scalable, a lot of scalable potential. That's interesting, and I'm glad to hear that a husband and wife can piece together and do a project together, and not kill each other and get divorced. Because a lot of times, this is what I tell people: startups are a lot of work, and it's a balance of time. And a lot of times, a person is by themselves doing a startup. Their spouse is doing their own thing, and a lot of times you don't get a lot of support. You hear, "Oh, that's a stupid idea," or "Why are you wasting your time on that?" Because when you do a startup, it's 24/7, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It
But
is not.
yeah. Well, this is not the first company we start with my husband, right?
Right.
We, well, this is the first startup, I have to say, right? But we did other companies with the success.
Right.
Also in other countries like Spain, right? We had 2 companies in Spain. They're still working. We just sold them because if you're running in a new company like startup and you need to engage fully and you have to, think how to create good environment for your team, you have to investigate everything. You have to sell it to the market. It's a bit different work than if you're running the regular business where you can, estimate what will be your profit. You already know how to get to your clients, who your clients are, right? So this is not the regular business we're dealing with. So we have to make a space for it. So, but yeah, we had already success with building companies.
That's good. So
They are very good.
Yeah, you know that routine, right? But the thing is that, like you said, it's better if you can focus all of your energy on building that one startup, get that roadmap going, and do it, and be prepared to pivot and change. How has the COVID affected your business model?
So, like I mentioned before, we our first target market were touristic area, marketing area. In the marketing, we started cooperation with some restaurants, coffee shops, and right now, when everything is closed, we are on hold on, right?
Right.
And we know that the situation might not change for a longer time. We don't know when they will start operate, and how willing they will be to still cooperate once this finish, right? Because they have to think about how they will support the business, and they will start support the main things that is necessary for the business. So as we know that there are other segments where we can do our business, we start to go there first. So education. So right now we are, adjusting our papers, our application, so we are able to, to put it to the children +6, because right now the application might be used for adults. So we need to, do everything and put it to the market. And we already start talking with teachers, with schools. So we are very active to, and elastic to adjust to the current situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and personally, I like games where I can win points or win something. And in chess, they actually won these things called rating points. Bridge, you do the same thing. Some of the trivia games you win rating points, some of you don't. The ones that I don't win anything, I could care less about. I just dump them, but the ones you can win points and you move up the ladder makes a lot of sense, and certainly could be used in education. I think I would have spent more time in math rather than chess if I could win something in math. But guess what happens in math when you go to math classes? Oh, you just got the problem right or wrong. Well, that didn't appeal to me. In chess, you won rating points and then ultimately money. Okay, that appealed to me. So the thing is, I like it when you can, quote, win things. Education, and I thought really years ago that education could be structured around the gaming theory, where people play these games, they learn faster, they learn better, and there were a lot of games that we used to play years ago put on by Avalon Hill. And the thing is, I learned a lot of history and geography, not because I had to memorize it, but we played these. They were war games, literally little war games on Avalon Hill. And so the gaming application in education, I think, would be big. We have to change the mindset of the educators who like to do it the 19th century way.
Yes.
And I'm serious. Our education system is 19th century. Sit in your classroom, learn about what the teacher tells you, or don't learn. I mean, that's insane. Why are we doing that? That's 19th century. 21st century is to do what you're doing. Put a model together, a gaming model, give people incentives as they answer questions correctly. In other words, points, and then actually monetize them. And let me tell you, the kids will play all that stuff. I mean,
Nick, and I'm going to answer your question. Why are we still teaching in the 19th century?
well, we are. This is we have
the
a
answer is why are we still doing our laws based on the 18th century?
That's true.
So,
you're right. The laws are about the law. A lot of the laws are written in the 18th century.
They are. They never changed them.
They've never changed. If you look at our education model is a classroom model designed for people that existed in the 19th century, the 1880s, the 1820s. It hasn't changed. Technology has taken off, but our education hasn't. Part of the reason why is a lot of educators are vested into the 18th century model or the 19th century model because that's the only model they know.
You normally bring up, but first is that I think they did this because of mass education, right? And teach everybody the same and equally. But they don't teach us financial literacy. Can we add that to this education program?
Of course you could. I mean, the thing is, see, here's the
financial literacy is not something you get in the standard everyday education.
Well, also what happens, we way underestimate what young people can actually learn. Underestimate tremendously. So the thing is, and they did this in chess years ago, you couldn't learn chess unless you were at least in high school. So they had no programs for middle school and elementary school. Now all of a sudden they go, oh, the elementary school kids, they can learn how to play chess. Duh, they always could, but the educators, seriously, didn't know how to play to be able to teach the kids. That was the
and I'm going to share with you, Elliot teaches his kids when they can crawl.
Oh, I know that.
I've watched videos of his kids crawling across the room, crawling. They can crawl.
And Anna's
doing a chess piece.
Yeah, and Anna is doing this advanced gaming theory that could be used in education. Now, at Northeastern University, where I've been a professor.
I think it'd be great.
A professor for 10 years at Northeastern University. They put the program online 10 years ago. So hopefully I'm not out of a job because we're online. But the person who set up Northeastern University's graduate tax program realized that if you put everything online to begin with, you can attract a larger student base. Okay, with that in mind, what you're doing with the gaming theory and way of learning is actually, and I don't know if there's any studies done. If you want to see if there's a study, go to ssrn.com and review to see if there's any study on gaming theory. ssrn.com, I tell all my students to go, what's that? Okay, ssrn.com is the largest depository of academic journals in the world. Like, no kidding. And no one knows what it is. Why not? Because no one tells anybody about it. But go Google it, ssrn.com. And if you go there, there's probably a white paper on using gaming in education. Because there's some professor somewhere in the world who actually wrote a white paper on that. And I see a big application because it gives people a system of rewards in a gaming format where the rote learning format, I think, is...
I got a word for it. Edutaining.
Edutaining.
I've been using it for 2 years, and everybody goes, Kim, we have no idea what you're saying, because I'll write it in my paper, right? I'll do a white paper, and I'll put edutaining, and they go, what is that? You misspelled educational. I said, no, it's educational and entertaining. And they go, oh.
Entertaining. Yeah,
and they cross it out and make me put both words. Let's do edutaining. Let's make it.
Well, I mean, earlier today, we had somebody...
And actually, there is quite a lot of, of paperwork around how the gamification can be used in education. There are companies that are trying to do it, but more for private schooling than for public one, because, as you said, the public schooling is still in 18th century, and you have to convince them that they have to use the new tools. And this current situation with COVID shows how deep far away they are with the technology, because once they had to switch for the online teaching, there was a lot of problems because they were not prepared. And this caused that the students are actually suffering because they get too much materials which they cannot actually do it by themselves in the time that they have.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and edutaining would actually work because I remember when I started playing on the 9th grade, I made the senior high school trivia team, and they're going, "How did you know about all these little cities and all these wars?" It's because I played these little war games when I was a kid. That was the real reason. But I didn't want to tell anybody that because it's like, shh, don't tell them. I enjoyed playing these crazy little games. And so when you played these little games, you knew where Warsaw was, Krakow was, you knew where Poland was. Half the people in the United States have no clue where Wuhan, China is. Okay. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know where it was. I had to Google it. Wuhan, China.
I
Okay.
do now.
I do
I
now.
didn't care yesterday. I didn't care, BC. I
Wuhan,
did not care, BC, but
Yeah.
I do now. So
I know where Wuhan, China is now, and it's a big city with a population of over 10 million people. I mean, it's not small by any stretch of the
you know
imagination.
what's interesting, and I know I don't want to venture off too far on this, but they did. I've been doing a lot of research